Okay, challenge. Kurt comic book challenge is to replace your job by the time your skullet gets you fired.
That's not,
Let's do it. Kurt Burdick Skullet.
No.
Can I get a career before I get a skullet? Count it down.
What is that? Like a skull mullet?
It's just a mullet, except you're bald on the top.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Let me show you the photo. It's actually
fantastic. Let me show the photo. Welcome to Cloudtown Tuesday, the day where I share a page from my graphic novel Cloudtown and tell you about the process of making it. It's like a editor's commentary on a DVD. Here it is. Let's go. Let's do it. You're gonna like fall on me. I'm gonna like last week I broke the roll-down door.
We're going for the computer.
As long as it's not my arm.
I broke
my leg.
I broke one computer. I'm gonna break another. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please.
Hey, can you bring over the Watterson book?
All right, but you gotta get down for OSHA's sake.
Am I on this shot?
Yeah, everybody's in there.
Awesome.
I liked my Conan
even if I'm
throne.
like scooted all the way back, I think a wide shot of the front desk would be kind of cool.
Oh, hey,
like a little.
This is a good book.
Blood and
Are
Iron.
you just like making everyone's personal stuff get lost back here?
You're just doing
I don't
personal
think it's
reviews of
anyone's
people's
personal
orders.
stuff. Dawn of everything.
You should rank people's orders, Kurt.
Oh yeah, hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Hey.
I'm just trying to figure out if you have this Lower Decks one shot.
Oh, fun.
When did it come out?
It's September 27.
Oh, we probably don't have it in. If we do, it'd be like on the new comic shelf back to 4 weeks.
Okay, I'll take my listen.
Cool. Yeah, no problem.
Is that your purse?
Yeah, I have like a big
Yeah.
like business bag purse for my sketchbook.
Dope.
That way I can carry all my art supplies everywhere, every day.
And your knife.
My hatchet at the
and your
bottom.
hatchet. Recording?
We're recording.
Uh-oh.
So we're here at Mission Comics.
Alright.
If you guys need help with anything, please do talk to us. We're not.
So right off the bat here, I'm seeing a bunch of characters.
Like
We got
the
like
chicken.
a. Where's the chicken?
You know,
Oh, I see it. Cool.
it might be cool to like see the completed page first and then go through this.
All right, let's do that. So I'll bring it up in just the physical book. This is page 19. Yeah, so this is my custom
Okay.
font I built.
Alright.
You know,
The
honestly,
letter.
if I were to do this again, I would have more space on the balloons.
Yeah.
A good rule of thumb that my dad took a little lettering course. I forget whose online course it was. Maybe I'll put it in the comments or something. But he recommended 1 letter's worth of space minimum around every,
Yeah.
which I think is a good.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's a good idea. Sideways.
I like the
vertical.
CPS joke.
What's going on?
Or she's saying,
About the
oh, a
services?
social
Oh,
worker
yeah.
took a bunch of pictures of her house, and then she says, she was like, I'm not here to judge you.
Yeah, and then
they're taking photos of her house
Yeah.
and stuff.
And she's like, sweetie, that is your job. That's like the next page. Yeah, I had friends that like social workers being at their house is a big part of their life. It's pretty stressful. You know, I definitely had friends that were like, oh, you need to have food there or else you're not going to get to stay with your family. You know?
Yeah, it's a really serious thing.
And I've had some adult readers that have been rereading this book that are like, you know, this actually reminded me of growing up a lot in a gentler way than it was for them, you know, because
I think that's some of the strength in the book.
That's really cool.
All right, should we do the time lapse then?
Yeah.
So here, I'm gonna back up.
Man, she looks really distressed in the undersketch.
Yeah, Fawn was a lot more intense and mean.
It's the older sibling complex.
Dude, they're going through a lot and they're doing their own thing. And it sometimes can feel like mercurial or like they're the weather in the house and you're just kind of holding on sometimes. But you got your own stuff happening. But I was really happy with this. From the script, I had the little dogs barking while other stuff was going on. I liked this hectic moment, like the moment she gets home.
It's just a bunch of chaos right
Yeah.
from the start. Yeah.
And then, but that also kind of works with Bebop taking in stray animals all the time. They got the one-eyed chihuahua, this chicken, and the cat that's not his.
Now, Bebop's the one with the dolphin brain, right?
No,
Oh.
he's just
oh,
weird.
Oh, he's just the brother that
Yeah, doesn't
no.
use language really in the standard kind of
Okay.
way.
Now, is he autistic, or is he on the spectrum?
It's like purposely non-specific because we live in a weird magical world where that can be a placeholder for a lot of different kind of thinking people. But that was also interesting, I thought, in the context of, you know, there is space for people to kind of dehumanize people with different kind of thinking. And I wanted this kind of grounding, like, you love this character. Why would you treat Minnow differently? But also, he's just a sweetie.
What's going on here with the?
Oh, there are a lot of dome houses.
You know, if you had more of a pullback and an
Yeah.
establishing shot, that might make it a little bit more clear. Yeah, but it would have been, you know, you could have that there.
I definitely got better at establishing shots. Also, sometimes they got cut out just for space. Again, that is one of the things that gets lost in the high speed stuff. A lot of the people that like my work better are ones that are willing to be lost a little bit and enjoy that, like,
The roller coaster.
yeah, just figuring it out.
I've got a question, Dan.
Yeah.
Do you think there was a moment in the comic book where you really wanted to keep it in, but the editors told you to cut it out to save time?
Nothing to save time.
Yeah,
And we've discussed the one,
right.
but I think I changed stuff more than they would have liked because, like, they would have preferred, like, oh, we finalized the script, like, I don't pay attention for a year or two and I come back and it's exactly like the script.
Right.
But I'm working on it every day for years. I want to make it as good as I can. So I'm changing things consistently throughout, which is why I would in future want to edit from thumbnails because that's where so much of the writing can take place.
Yeah.
I try to do that, you know, but I've never had an editor, but I always try to get friends to look over the thumbnails.
And see how it reads.
It would
also
be very
hard, yeah.
frustrating, though, because sometimes I go, hey, why'd you do this? Well, it's the thing I showed you, so
But also,
it's just part of the creative process, but it can be frustrating.
because thumbnails are so rough, not everyone can read them the way you can with your eyes. Like,
Right.
so I've shown you stuff
right.
where it didn't work for you, because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
clear, but it wasn't clear because it was sloppy. And then when it was
Yeah,
cleaned up, you were like, oh, that does work fine.
Right.
I feel like the best case scenario is you have a relation with someone
People-
that you build, and so they learn how to see what you're expressing with your rough
People who are
symbols.
good with storyboards are really good with doing those really good thumbnails that are
Yeah.
clear, and
Yeah.
you know, that's one of those skills that is really useful and good to develop.
Yeah, but also, yeah, I don't know, it's pros and cons. You gotta just also figure out where you're spending the time. And for me, my attention is better if I find each step exciting. So I find if I put too much detail into the roughs, my attention lags on the inks.
Yeah,
They're not
you don't
as
want to
good.
have
spent
tight
that energy
roughs,
on the-
but you do want to have readable.
Yeah,
That's-
figure would be easier.
And that's the trick.
Yeah.
That's where like storyboard artists are really good at giving that quick, readable rough.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to improve on. But my roughs are like unreadable. I usually just write out what's going on and
Yeah.
point. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To show it to me.
it's interesting. The Shonen Jump book about how to write comics is not a great book, I think. Sorry, but one thing that's really interesting about, I mean, it'd be a great book if you were super young. All right, calm down. And but one of the things that's cool is you get to see a few of the names, like Nemu, which in Japan is like how the script is written. And if you're just a writer, you still do stick figures.
Yeah.
And so it's
Interesting.
often,
I didn't know that.
it's often the artists and writers have real sloppy ones, and then the people that are just writers have tighter ones,
Right.
but they're simple. So something random I wanted to mention is like, so we're getting further along into the our YouTube channel, whatever this ends up being, and at some point we're gonna need to up it a level. And I think that the things that I've seen that like show a YouTube channel's maturing is wardrobe changes.
That was like the last thing I thought you were gonna say.
I've been wearing the same clothes for like 20 years.
Exactly.
No, I'm. You know.
All right, this is getting cut. Sorry, but Kurt, you were saying how excited you are to get a costume.
No, I wasn't. Where is my proto? It's Laura Collect.
Oh
I said-
wow. Oh wow. You had a Satano knot haircut?
No, it was just a skullet.
Oh, that's
It's just
awesome.
like a greasy, like, gross skullet.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
You want to show the camera?
Yeah, no.
You want to send me that image?
No.
It's a great one.
Here it is. That's me.
Yeah, bring that back for Halloween, man.
Then I shaved it. Oh yeah.
Oh, sad.
And I sent it to my niece.
That's awesome.
The hair?
No, the photo of me being
Oh,
sad.
that's way better.
I
was
sent
really
it to
worried.
my brother to show to my niece, his daughter, and she thought it was funny. She liked my skull.
Stubbles cut. It's gonna be 1736.
Can